Alan Ryan, is there any way of deciding with some degree of objectivity whether a particular set of laws, rules, policies by government is just and therefore ought to be obeyed, or unjust and therefore ought to be flouted?
I think people very often think that objectivity implies some sort of wonderful Platonic vision of, justice itself. I mean, the form of the just, or something faintly superstitious of that kind. And I think people in the 20th century are prone to panic and say, with a decline in religious belief and the loss of the assumption that there is some ultimate arbiter, then objectivity goes out of the window. But I don't think it's as bad as that. What I do think is that objectivity is a slightly suspect notion in this context. What one should think of is what you might call degree of impersonality. I mean that one gets, as it were, less and less and less partial a view, so that in effect when Jerry says that it's not what he thinks about justice that counts, he has the notion that people are going to argue about this and that you might, with luck, get some kind of consensus. And I think that consensus is what, in a way, stands in for objectivity.